Does it feel different now after, what, 17 days? You get 5 games in over a month. How does that change things for you guys?
It is. It's exhausting because, games one after another, it makes practices a little bit lighter, but going back and forth and then having to scout the other team, it's a lot of information at one time, but the past 6-7 games, we've been able to do well with it, so it's good having it this early in the season.
Where do you feel like this team is just in its growth and development as someone who's been here and gone through it before?
We started off not as high as the other team usually, as you guys have seen, but I feel like slowly we're surely coming along, which is good, and I'm sure everyone else is seeing that, especially over the past few games.
What have you guys learned about yourself during that stretch?
That we grind out games and we really fight as a team, and we're able to do all this together as a team.
Have roles started to develop with this early stretch?
Yeah, it kind of defines who's in the last 5-6 minutes of the game when the game's close, who can knock down shots, who's in the game to handle the ball, won't turn it over, and just make defensive plays.
In your opinion, who do you think that is?
For which aspect?
In terms of handling the ball, and I guess both roles.
Quada and Shea both do a great job. It's really just whoever's having the better game. Knocking down shots, you can really go to anyone. Kevin in particular has been great down the stretch, and then defensively as a team, we've been great. I think they said we're top 5-6 in the nation defensively, so as a unit together, we've been great.
Brad, what's it like for you now? It's kind of a whole different ball game when you play yourself to a spot where maybe you can get into the rotation. I've been in there a few times.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for me, myself, and just working so hard, just consistently bringing it every day has been great for me. It's helping me get a lot better.
How do you balance that? Every minute's going to be tough to get, but at the same time you're in there to shoot. So it's like you don't have 7 or 8 minutes to run up and down and get a feel for the game, and then people are yelling, shoot, and there's all that comes with it.
Yeah, that part is difficult, but I have to do what I can with my minutes because you got lottery picks here, so I have to do what I can with it.
Can you hear the fans kind of when you come in yelling at you to shoot when you get the ball?
No, not so much. It's more so my dad when he thinks I'm open, yelling at me. His voice is a little more distinct.
Do you ever hear your mom?
No, I don't. She doesn't scream too much.
Speaking of your dad yelling, he's made a lot himself about his manner this year with the team. First he said he was going to be more relaxed, then he said he's working harder than he's ever worked. As someone who's watched him the whole way, how would you describe this year versus others?
This year, in particular with last year, is a lot different. Last year was a lot more laid back. This year needs a lot more hands-on teaching, I would say. So he has to be a little more aggressive in getting his point across, and then he's up a lot more during the games as opposed to last year where he was sitting a lot.
What's it been like this week actually having a string of practices?
We did have a couple of days off after the game, so that was nice. Our first practice was yesterday, but being able to have this little space of time is good for us to get better as a team.
Something people probably don't think about. You guys have all this, but you have finals coming up too. What's it like being a student athlete and truly having to balance it?
Tough, because then after practice you don't feel like studying, but you still have to.
What'd you get your mom for your birthday, or her birthday?
Got her a card and some flowers.
Has your mindset just changed a lot this year, knowing that you can be put in when there especially needs to be kind of a shooting spark off the bench?
I wouldn't say it's changed a lot, but I definitely feel more focused than I was last year at least. So I think that's good for me and just being able to consistently play.